All right, Pox community, what's up? Bombman007 sitting in with you on another episode of PoxNora Unwrapped, and this time we feature our first split battle group, and bringing us that battle group is none other than Kingzero4. King Zero, what is up, buddy?
Not much, man.
All right,
I was,
man. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was not asking how you were.
Oh, dude, I'm doing great, man. We're sitting here finally getting some summer weather in June, but anyway, man, you've submitted to me a split battle group. You call it Paincurse, and
hmm
it's a split between Forsaken Waste and SP. Tell us a little bit about Paincurse battle group, and then we'll introduce the runes that you got in it.
Well, Curse Battle Group, the Paincurse Battle Group revolves around the ability of Paincurse that's on sorry, Mage Lord, and the whole battle group pretty much revolves around him getting it off and getting global damage.
Okay. So, and I think he's going to show us exactly what his engine is there, guys. But we'll start on this Forsaken Waste side, and the first rune that you have on the Forsaken Waste side is the Defiler Knight. He runs two of these guys, Vaporize and Frightful Blows. So these guys don't have anything to do with pain or cursing. So what role does the Defiler Knight play for you, King?
Um, he's pretty much a staller, a tank with 3 defense, vaporize, and frightful blows. He's really hard to take down, and he's like side font satellite battles. He's pretty much golden for one-on-one.
Okay, and with the frightful blows, I mean I mean, wow, it's extremely difficult to take that guy down especially if he is in a one-on-one battle. So you got two of those for his tanking. All right, and then the next piece in the Forsaken Wayside is the Asari Mage Lord. Now, if I'm reading this correctly, and I understand a Paincurse battle group, King, this guy right here is probably 7 out of 8 of your cylinders in your engine. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. He's what gets this thing running and going. He's the centerpiece of everything.
So how do you use this guy? What should we look out for when you're in the game?
Well, when I like to get everything going, I like to have it in pairs. So you'll probably see me kind of stall for Nora for a couple of turns and then double deploy him out. And when he's double deployed, that's when you know I'm ready to use his ability and get everything ready to go.
Okay, and let's see. You've gone with the Soul Collection and the Rabbit upgrades. Soul Collections are going to steal Nora globes that are within 6 spaces that drop,
hmm
and then of the Rabbit one, obviously to apply that disease damage and to hamper the healing. So what else do you use the Elsari Mage Lord in conjunction with? Is he a combo, or does he combo with everything in the deck, or do you have to wait until you get a specific amount of runes in play before you drop this guy, or what?
I have to wait until I get my spark runs out. Or I mean revealed even. Because that's the only way he's actually going to work properly.
Okay, so combination is mainly with the Spark Crones. So keep an eye out for the Sorry Mage Lords, guys. 2 times the Sorry Mage Lords. And then we go to uh, pretty much, it looks to me like these guys have been running just about every Forsaken Waste battle group since the release. The Mind Thief Creeper, you've gone with 2 of these guys. Ping rank 1, the Psychic Ping, and Hunter Giant. Whoops. And Escape. Sorry, wrong rune. Hunter Giant will be funny on those guys. The Escape options are your 2 upgrades. So tell us about how you use the Mind Thief Creeper.
Um, well, I used to use him as a fast, font grabber for early game, but since the initiative change, he's not really that fast anymore. I mean, he's a good font harasser still with the, escape and the ping one, but he lost a lot of his speed after the initiative change.
Okay, and the adaption, does it ever really come into play on this guy?
From time to time, I mean, I don't really catch it. Sometimes I'll catch a couple good abilities, but like I caught Swallow Whole, but that kind of glitched out when he loses the ability off the cooldown of adaptation.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I
we
don't really catch many good things.
we we, we caught that live in a video of yours where the he had adapted the swallow holes. So that was
Oh
funny
yeah, he
stuff.
did.
All right, so 2 times Mind Thief Creeper. All right, your next Forsaken Waste piece is the Soul Siren. Um, you've gone with Phase Shift and Warcry 1. So this piece really seems to be weird to me. You're gonna have to explain to me and maybe some other players exactly why you run, especially 2 times the Soul Siren. I don't quite understand how she fits into the scheme of things here.
She has relocate foe, which helps me with my battle grip, and she also has this surprise factor because in combination with the other Dark Spectre, who we'll talk about her soon, she has phase shift, and when she goes into phase shift, when he's out, she's stealth. So pretty much you have a stealth relocate foe out with Warcry 1, which allows me to get a lot of surprise attacks out and other combinations I like to use of her.
Very nice. Now she's only got a 5 speed. I realize she's only 59 Nora, but 5 speed and only 41 hit points with really, other than phase shift, no survivability. Is that a combo you do get off often, or is it just maybe once in a blue moon with her?
Oh no, I will definitely at least net 1 or 2 kills from her relocating somebody. I think I've gone up to 6 with her before. I mean,
Wow.
the thing is that people don't realize that she's a dangerous piece because you know 5 speed, 41 HP. So I get a lot of surprise factors for her, and when they finally figure out, okay, she's causing a lot of problems, it's a little bit too late. She's already netted me a couple of kills.
Sure. Wow. Okay, so guys, keep an eye out and see if he can pull off the Soul Siren combos in his matches up here. So 2 times
Oh yeah,
Soul Siren, Phase Shift, and Warcry 1 are your upgrades. And then, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, the Utter Dark Spectre. Um, this is just a piece that I loathe to see on the board. He's so annoying. He has a host of abilities, and he's just one of those guys that makes everything else um, so much better. So tell us about the Utter Dark Spectre.
well, I mean, his main thing for me is Merc and his ability and Subsuate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But Subsuate was the ability I'm talking about that stealths anyone who goes into like a ghost form or a phase shift. And with Merc, I'm able to keep them hidden after they come out of that phase and they're no longer in ghost form. So that allows me to move around the board freely without fearing, de-stealth from damage.
Okay,
And
and you've
plus,
gone. I'm sorry, you have gone with the Merc and the +1 speed, so it's going to give the guy 7 speeds. He's going to be fairly mobile. The Merc is going to keep your guys from becoming de-stealthed, other than natural detection. So,
yeah,
and then he's got phase shift himself. So again, is he kind of a staller, or is he another engine in your battle group to help you, with that surprise element?
yeah, he's both. He's both a staller and a surprise element type player. Because you know, anytime you don't know where something is on the field, you have to adjust your whole entire game plan, and he helps doing that.
Very cool. So, guys, 2 times Utter Dark Specters. Um, and let's see. Okay, so that's the champions from the Forsaken Wayside. King, we'll go ahead and drop over to the Shattered Peak side now, and
Yes.
we'll see how these guys work in conjunction with your Forsaken Wayside. And the first 2 pieces, I mean, wow, this is one of the most annoying runes in the game, and here he is, the Albino Fish. You've got 2 of these guys, +1 speed and dodge 1. So, Albino Fish, let me guess, you run him for the Psychic R3.
Yep, just for that, that's a selling point. But really, this guy, he's a great. Like I said, like when you don't know what something is on the field, you have to change your whole game plan. Well, even though you know where he is, you still have to change your whole game plan just because he's mind control. And since I have things like Soul Siren on the field who can relocate foes, it helps me get mind controls off fairly easy.
Very nice. So, relocate the foe a little closer, and if he's real far away, maybe even throwing down a mobilization. And the biggest thing with mind control from the albino fish that some folks may not know is that the target becomes defiled So he's uncleansable. So man, that's a permanent control until he runs out of hit points. He'll lose 8 hit points at the beginning of each of the turns. But man, I mean, this cat's defiled, so he's not going to relinquish control once he's got it, right?
Yeah, and even with that, you have to be kind of careful with how you use him because he's a 70 Nora champ, and unless I'm counting completely correctly, I have to spend 55 Nora to get off of a possession. That's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 120 Nora to possess one champ. So at times it can be not so efficient to do it.
Right. Okay. So 2 times albino fish, and mainly just serves as a staller there, guys. And then let's see here, 2 times Goliath fish. Now, the Goliath fish kind of gone around the mill a little bit. Swallow Hole, I think at one time was costed at 5 AP. Really couldn't get that ability off, so they lowered it to 4. They've moved Tunnel Earth around and stuff. Let's say you've gone with the Tunnel Earth 2 upgrades and the hit point upgrade, so he's going to come into play with 56 hit points. So why a couple of Goliath fishes, King? What's up with this guy?
Well, he's pretty much in the same boat as Albano Fish. When he changes the opponent's game plan, he helps me slow down the fight. And of course, he has the Swallow Hole, which works in conjunction with the relocation I have in this battle group.
Okay, so we'll see if the big fatty's able to get his job done and slow the games down. 2 Hyenid Fish Wranglers. As soon as I can find him here. All right, so these guys, Sokolov defined them as weird. Said
Yeah,
the piece was weird. You've gone with the horrific howl and the multi-attack upgrades. So okay, what's up with the hated fish wrangler in here?
Well, he serves a few purposes. He can tank pretty well with 2 defense, horrific howl, and cackle, which allows me, kind of sit in the front and take control of that. But he also has Scramble, which whenever he makes a successful attack, all my champions gain 1 AP. So that again works in conjunction with things like Albano Fesh, Goliath Fesh, my Soul Siren, who can, get 2 extra AP to be able to do what they need to do in that following turn.
Okay, gotcha. So the multi-attack allows him to get a couple of attacks off. He's got the 7 speed, so this guy can easily rip off 2 attacks in most rounds, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 times Face Wrangler, Horrific Howl, and multi-attack upgrade. And then you've got 2 Hyenid Instigators. Now, these little things, I would imagine they're maybe kind of hit and miss, especially with the initiative change. So you've gone with the Blitz and the Hunter Giant upgrades on these little guys. How often do you actually get the Swarm off, and how irritating is this little ring?
I'm a little off and on when it comes to swarming. I'm not really that good at it as like most players, but with this battle group and the relocation, I can get off fairly easy. Like with Soul Siren, I can relocate, and with War Cry 1, that's 3 AP just from the War Cry, and just because Instigator has what is it? Impatient. That's he gains 1 AP per successful attack within 3 spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 AP from the War Cry, 1 AP from the initial attack, and then whoever else is around him. So I can get the swarms off fairly easy when I count correctly, but I tend to struggle to do that.
Yeah, that counting, it's for the birds. But all right, so 2 times Hated Instigator, 2 Slag Overminds, and I've almost got an idea of why you would have a couple of these guys in here. I'm gonna take a stab and say relocate ally.
Yep, that's it. Like I said, same. It's like a reverse Soul Siren. I can bring all my champs into the fight rather than bringing the enemy to me. And so he's actually better to use with the Albano Fesh and the Goliath Fesh because relocate allies range is just that much greater than relocate foe.
Okay, and let's see on your Overmind, you've gone with paralytic feedback, which is going to slow down the range attacks on him, and the weakened spells. So kind of a all-round utility piece there, really, I guess.
Yeah, he has some battle grip because he can slow down the fight and he also serves little defensive abilities with the weakened spells.
Okay. Next two pieces. So it's 2 times Slag Overmind. All right. The next two
Oh yeah,
pieces.
one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
He is kind of hurtful thing to use with the Glyphesh because his Trail Ooze does stop him from tunneling.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay, so
that
you have to
actually
be careful
hurts.
what he uses all over, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, all right. So 2 times Slag Overminds, and then another huge part of your engine for the Paincurse are the Spark Crones. 2 times Spark Crones. You've gone with the Grant, Lightning Aura, and Paralytic Feedback. All right. So how exactly does the Spark Crones and the Sorry Mage Lords and this whole battle group kind of tie together?
Well, with Star Measures, I don't think I explained this. I can't remember. With the Pain Curse, what it is all enemies who have the curse condition take 8 magical damage. And with the Spark Crone, she has two things: Static Greeting and Spark Curse. Static Greeting, obviously, it gives all the enemies on the field the condition Shock too. And with Spark Curse, all enemies who have the condition of Shocked also become cursed. So with that, it's like a global curse automatically, which means make sure to be able to get his pain curse off on everything on the field.
Nice. And if you hit that times 2, that's 16 global damage.
Hmm.
So that can be an absolute pile of damage coming at you.
And then you have to count the 2 damage you take from the spark condition, so it's
Wow.
18 in total.
Very nice. So, I mean, in just one round, 18 global damage to everything on the board. That's absolutely incredible. And then, of course, she keeps going anytime something that gets jolted or
Mm.
and picks up that shocked condition. She's going to keep cursing them so you can continuously use that Mage Lord ability to do that 8 damage.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so 2 times Spark Crone, and then the Voil Stormflyer. You've got 2 of these guys, and I'm imagining the big combination here is you've gone with +1 speed and the static greeting. So there's yet another static greeting. So I'm imagining you kind of maybe sit some of these guys in your rune dock until you can get that greeting off and get the global damage punch. Is that about right?
Yeah. Before how I used to have Spark Crone, but now I do Spark Crone, then Stormflower for my next 2 deploys, just because they're 7 or cheaper, and it allows me to keep my engine running that much longer.
Wow, very cool. Now, the cooldown on Paincurse is how much again?
It is 2 turns.
So, a 2 turn cooldown. So, every other turn, you're going to be trying to deploy something that globally statics the whole field, I guess.
Yeah, and I was continuing to do that until everything dies, or they
Wow.
rage quit on me.
And I would imagine that happens maybe more often than not. Okay, so there's the champions. 2 times Vol Stormflyers. You've just got a few spells left, and uh, 1 relic. We'll go ahead and touch the relic since we're here. The relic on the Shadow Peak side is the Cleansing Emerald. I think that's pretty much just an auto include for any type of Kathir Forest or Shadow Peaks battle group. Spot
Hmm.
cleanse, man. It's fantastic, is it not?
Oh yeah, and even more so when it's global, or not
Sure.
global, but in AOE form.
Absolutely. So 1 times Cleansing Emerald, and then King, you're gonna have to tell us about your spells just a little bit because you got one in here that I didn't even know what did, man. I had to look it up. I was like, I don't even know what that does. But first off, you've got 2 times Anathema. Anathema fixing to take a nerf in the it's sitting in the Cactuar crate right now.
What?
As of June 14th, Decaying is fixing to only do 50% damage as opposed to the 100%. So Anathema on the verge of taking a little bit of a hit with Decaying, and I would imagine that the Rotting Blows and Decaying Blows are going to take the same type of nerf. But yeah, Decaying Conditions getting toned down just a little from the Forsaken Wayside. But Anathema, it's an area of effect 3, 12 magic damage, and then they become Defiled and Decaying. And the Defiled, to me, man, is just ruthless. I mean, there's no way to cleanse those conditions. So for a turn, you've got them right where you want them, right?
Uh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, most of the time I don't have anything that needs to be cleansed, and unless you have regeneration or you're expecting a lot of massive healing, Actually, no, this pretty much regeneration. The decaying doesn't really mean anything.
Okay. Right. Okay.
But I
So
mean, it's more of a preemptive thing to
right.
stop, any global healing, all that good stuff.
And area of effect 312 damage is pretty efficient for 50 Nora, I guess.
Oh yeah, like this spell is definitely one of the top AOE's in the game.
Oh, absolutely. I'd highly agree with you on that. Okay, so 2 times Anathema, 2 times the auto include from Forsaken Waste, it seems. Mobilization, even though they've keep chalking its Nora cost up a little, still pretty much an auto include. Guys, global AP gain is total win. So all friendly champions recover 4 AP. Is there anything to even say about mobilization, or just say include it?
Yeah, pretty much included. You can't go wrong with global AP.
Okay, and then this is the one that I had no clue of. I still having to read it because I've never seen it hardly before. Soulbane, target champion loses 15 hit points, so it's a loss of life effect, which is very powerful. And if this destroys the champion, all opposing champions become what? Cursed 2. Wow. So wait a minute. So Soulbane is yet another form of gasoline for your engine. Is that right?
Yeah, it's definitely after everything is after I pretty much deployed all 4 of my units. It helps me keep the engine going for at least one more turn. Or when I don't have nowhere enough to deploy something that costs curse and I can net a kill from it. That's when I use it.
Wow, very cool. So there you go, guys. A spell that some of you may never even seen and play before. I know that I certainly hadn't, but Soulbane is actually a huge spell inside of this battle group. Well, King Zero, that's your battle group, man. Paincurse, I know that we've seen it in the forums and seen it talked about in chat. So you guys get to fix and to see it live now in a couple matches. King Zero, thanks for unwrapping your secrets, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
Sure thing. And now let's take you to King Zero's matches. All right, Pox community, what's up? You just saw Kingzero4's Paincurse battle group, and we've joined with him here in the match. He is currently ranked number 4 Exotic League, and he is going up against Slip Blop, who is 35 in the Uncommon League. King, let's see what your opponent's playing today, man. Full faction Forsaken Waste against your Forsaken Waste Shattered Peaks Paincurse. So, is that going to present a problem, kind of mirroring you up a little bit with the Forsaken Waste?
Nope, actually, it's actually a very good matchup because they don't have global healing or a lot of single target healing at all. So the damage I present, they can't do anything about.
Fantastic. Well, he's going to start the game off with a Mind Thief Creeper, so he's going to jump on his fawn a little fast there, and kind of take away his going second. In a way, he kind of flips that on you, and to a semi extent, it's like he's going first now, right? Isn't that the kind of way that works?
Yeah, he's gonna have the early Nora advantage on me, but that's okay.
All right, so Slip Blop thinking about what he's going to finalize here.
Just cap the font and then end your turn.
You would think. So what about this map, dude? Tell us about the map real fast. I mean, gosh, this is not one of my favorites, but how does it sit with your battle group and and your overall mentality?
Large battle groups geared towards this battle group. I mean, large maps geared towards this battle group.
Right.
Pretty good because I'm able to set up easier than I would a smaller one.
Okay. So you've gone with the Mind Thief Creeper yourself. Now I'm assuming you've got that sucker deployed to head towards your upper font there.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. So you cap your font. Take that, and guys, his Mind Thief Creeper is going to be right in here. He probably just moved it a space out to get his champion set to 4 AP. And we'll see what Slip Blop, like that name, it's not one you can say 3 times really fast. Slip Blop. Okay.
Forsaken Waste is kind of a bad matchup for my Defy Knight because everything's fearless in Forsaken Waste.
Nice.
So my Fireful Blows is meaningless.
Very true, and that was something we were just talking about in those one-on-one fights with the Defiler Knight. Of course, Mind Thief has what attack psychic. Is that right?
Yeah, he has a psychic ping. This is 4 damage, so it's something I can ignore for a while, and I can negate it with my cast Ghostly Visage.
Right.
On the Defiler Knight.
Okay.
So I'll be able to negate the damage and be able to track him down while I'm in Ghost mode.
So that's a pretty good matchup there. So hey, well there we go. A fearless magic attack creature. King, we were just talking about that. There's one right there, the Underdark Soul Render.
I don't
beware Defiler Knight.
Oh man.
Fun times. Sliplop has gone with, he thinks it's going to be best to challenge you hard up here in the middle. So apparently he's got a Mind Thief Creeper and the Underdark Soul Render coming at you. So we'll see if he's able to push back that Defiler Knight or what, I guess. I don't know.
He probably will end up pushing it back, but I'll be able to contest his top font before he gets to it.
Okay.
We'll be even on fonts this entire game.
Yes, and you just actually took a font advantage, and I'm wondering if he is, I mean, depending on what he did with his Creeper, which I'm assuming, well, yeah, it's right there in the font zone with you now, so we'll see. We'll see how he handles this. The problem is he doesn't have anything except a Decayed Mercenary running for his upper font.
Yeah, I'll win that foot race.
That's what I was wondering. That's not a good race to have with the Mind Thief Creeper. So only a 5-speed unit. That might end up costing him very, very early. So we'll see what Slip is able to do. Yeah, I guess maybe he's hinged more of a fight up here with your Defiler Knight. We'll see what he's able to do here.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good strategy to kind of focus on one side of the map and spread the units out. I tend to do that a lot on certain maps.
Alright, so back to Kingzero's turn here. You've got your Mind Thief Creeper. Cap that font the last turn, so you're going to be heading over. Guys, he's going to end up with the Mind Thief Creeper somewhere about right here. And then with the number of AP left, he's probably going to get into that font zone, maybe even a little ahead of that Decayed Merc. Okay, so you just found the Mind Thief Creeper. He had him all up in your grill, man.
He opted on the Energy Thief instead of the Escape, which is an interesting choice.
So with the Ghostly Visage on the Defiler Knight, the Psychic Ping just harmlessly bounces off. No big deal there. And you deploy, as you quoted them, a Staller, the Hained Fish Wrangler.
Yeah.
So now, what exactly do you have revealed at this point? Do you have some of your engine revealed, or are you still trying to wait patiently to get that going on?
I got a Spark Crone revealed and a Stormflower revealed, so I'm waiting for my Mage Lords.
Okay.
And just having the Spark Crone revealed is a good thing for me because the Mage Lords getting them out is easy.
Okay, got you. So you're not going to have to wait to get that Mage Lord going on because you got a Spark Crone to throw right behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
And right now, I'm just using my bigs. If you're like into basketball and stuff, I pretty much have my big guys out to be able to stall this match long enough for me to get where I need to go.
All right, so Sliplop has gone with Ilsari Reaper. At one point in time, this guy was really scary versus the Defiler. He's actually a really good matchup against your Defiler Knight. He is human though. He doesn't quite have that undead ability, which could ultimately hurt him though. Alright, so wonder what we got going on with the Mind Thief here. Looks like he's going to go and contest your font. Okay. So, and then he uses the phase shift on the Soul Render, which is not a bad move. A little bit of ping damage on the Fish Wrangler, so, at least, you know, some of the moves have made sense.
Yeah.
There's a chunk of damage, though, on the back end of that Mind Thief Creeper. He's not going to be able to take that kind of punishment very long.
I can't move up the font.
So you're just a few spaces short. Okay.
Well, I want to move my Defiler Knight, but there's impossible terrain over here, so I can't position him right.
Okay. So Defiler Knight's kind of in a standstill with that Soul Render right now because of the phase shift. And here we go with one of those big positional pieces now, guys. Remember the role of the Soul Siren. And his other big positioner, so Slag Overmind. Wow, man. Couple of pieces real fast there, and you've quickly jumped out to a pretty nice champion advantage.
Yeah, I should be able to take this middle font pretty well, like next few turns.
So with the way he's moving that Decayed Mercenary, like he was almost expecting to run into your Mind Thief Creeper over there. So he's going to end up capping his font, but you're going to contest that next turn. So that'll be a wash.
It's going to be very boring up top because I'll win it just by the fact that the Decayed Mercenary only has 5 speed. So he'll have to throw something up out there.
Okay. So if he's going to win that fight, you're going to force him to spend more Nor to take that upper font.
Yeah.
Okay. And right now, so you're just kind of dwindling him down because, well, you did have a font on him, but with him contesting over here with the Mind Thief Creeper, he's kind of slowed that down a little. However, you and I both know that Creeper is going to have to get out of dodge or he is done.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't get out the font, I'll end up swarming it.
Nice. So a couple hits on the Defiler Knight. The problem is the Defiler is kind of really able to shrug off that damage. And man, if you could figure out a way to kill that guy, he's got the quest Kill Enemy on there, which will give him back 25 hit points and adds a pretty good chunk of damage and defense. I wonder why they keep nerfing the quest Kill Enemy ability. I've always thought that was kind of a neat ability, and they keep kind of pushing that heal down. So,
I mean, I don't really agree with anything that lets you fully heal.
Okay.
Pretty much glad it got nerfed.
Obsidian Avenger. That's a guy that I haven't seen in a while. He really got tore up with the Nerf bat, and isn't really. I think he kind of lost his identity and all that. And so now he's been kind of shoved onto the shelf a little. But I think maybe he was a little overplayed in his heyday. You know, so I guess we'll see if he's able to accomplish anything with the Avenger. And in the meantime, you've got a copy of the Avenger yourself because of the Illusion of Lies from the Slag here. So the Mind Thief Creeper taking on some more damage.
Crap. Ton of Earth, of course. No, that didn't work.
Okay, so there's the font contention up top, guys, like Kingzero4 said. He's got that font under contention now. And Let's see. 2 font to 1 advantage for you, King. But that Soul Render's really done some work on that Defiler Knight, man. Anathema might actually finish him off.
Yeah, that fearless magic damage that we're talking about.
Hey, man, we found it. I didn't even think of the Soul Render. I mean, it's amazing that we run into it first match. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Wow. And look, there's another one right behind him, the Obsidian Avenger with fearless magic damage.
I don't know how I just discount the Zayden Waste like that. Like, that's
Wow.
the faction to play. And I know we have a whole bunch of magic damage.
So amazing. That's incredible. Because I wasn't even thinking about either one of those pieces when we were talking about that. I figured that their rarity was up there, and then wow, we step into a full faction Forsaken Waste, and bam. Very interesting. Now on the board somewhere, let me see. Oh, I guess it's because of the Obsidian Avenger, the decay. So your opposing healing is reduced by 50%. Not a big deal in your battle group, but that is a global effect.
Okay, that's fine. This guy's actually pretty good. He's making very good moves.
So there goes the illusion. Which the illusion that time was actually fairly big because it kept him from contesting your font. Boy, that energy thief seems to be pretty annoying. But this is going to hurt. And one good swipe with the instigator, and that's going to do it for Mind Thief. And the problem is, out comes another one. So a big swarm. But he did manage to take that middle font, man. So he's going to have positioning on you at least for a turn.
Yeah, it's a little while. It's not too big of a deal.
So 2 fonts apiece, still contesting his upper font there. He didn't even bother moving the decayed merc, so you might win that one just outright due to attrition.
Oh yeah. I got the Bono effect because I want to be able to assess something.
Slip Block thanks you for the Soul Siren because it's done more damage to you over there than his units did. So.
Great.
All right.
And the Sonic Aura.
Wow, nice move. Okay, so he throws down a Scouring Jasper. Out comes the Mind Thief. So
yeah.
And then he backs off the Decayed Merc and pulls him out. So that's an interesting move, King. That's
He could have played that better if he, tried to track down my Mind Thief. But now it's pretty much what he did was use 40 Nora to stop me from capping his font.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'll take that trade-off. That's 40 Nora, I don't have to worry about later on.
Sure. And the other problem with that is it's not going to help reinforce his position up here in the font, which he's obviously you're going to pressure and try to take this mid font back.
Yeah, that's the idea right now to be able to get it back.
So right now, honestly, it looks like the plan is going about perfect. You're stalling. You've got him kind of held up a little. I don't know what the... Okay, so there's a phase shift on the Soul Render. Don't quite understand that move, moving him up that far. But I guess maybe he's got an idea, so...
oh,
wow. And a Grimwell. Again, kind of awkward positioning on that, King. I'm not sure if that was the best place for that.
Well, he's dumping a lot of I mean, I have a lot of what's called melee out right now. So it's a little tough to be able to get it, but
true.
I mean,
so the Grimwell takes 12 damage from the High-Ended Fresh Wrangler. So the Horrific Howl Now wait a minute. Horrific Hal says that that should target just champions.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Just need to change the description on that sock because that's it says +2 against target enemy champion within 4 spaces, and used it to target the Grimwell there. So that's okay, interesting.
Yeah, sometimes these interactions, I understand them.
So the Sonic Aura, thankfully it's only one. But you've done a ton of damage to your own guys with the Sonic. It's a good thing it's not a Sonic R3, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's minimum damage, something I can, ignore throughout the fight.
Right, okay. So this will be a big turn here for Slipbot because, I mean, you've got some setup going here, and that Grimwell's not going to be around much longer. So it's bought him a little bit of time. But
he doesn't want to move in close because I do have my albino fesh, and I do have a soul sovereign who can relocate foe. So
okay,
this is what I was talking about earlier, where they changed up the whole game plan. That's why he did the Grimwell, all that good stuff.
So a pretty smart move. He reinforces this melee that he has with a nice long range unit, the Rip Witch. She's got a pretty nasty ability. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, there it is. Deep wounds. Okay, so when she hits, she applies the deep wounds condition, and then if she hits you again, that's 50 more damage. And King doesn't that stack, so every hit it just keeps stacking on to where it just gets higher and higher and higher.
It stacks up to 3 times, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to 3 times.
So deep wounds, pretty nasty ability. I'm surprised I haven't seen the Obsidian Avenger throw down that desecrated earth yet. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get off his turn or not. Maybe. He's going to set up a wall. Yep, there it comes. There we go. All right, so my man sets up the anti-life shield. Puts your instigator down to 12. Not quite enough to finish it off, though. So the instigator by himself's not going to quite be able to finish off that Grimwell there, King. And with Horrific Howl on cooldown. Oh, you just use Anathema. Okay, why not? So down goes Grimwell, so that's really going to open up your line of attack here now. Soul Siren just out of reach. So I'm imagining a Slag Over Mine relocate ally here. Up comes Albino Fish, and we'll see what King decides to eat for lunch. So there goes Obsidian Avenger, guys, and that's why you keep your pieces away from the Albino Fish. That is now permanently King's. There's nothing that that Slipblop can do about that possession there, because he becomes defiled and everything else. And then King uses the relocate foe to set up the Reaper over here against the Fish Wrangler. Now he gets Rock Eater after being hit one time, because that's what Defiant does. But because of Anathema in play, he went ahead and attacked him again, and the amount that he would have healed, he takes in damage. Wow, King, you've turned this match around so fast. It's amazing what one little play can do, brother. You open this match wide open now. Slipblop in a ton of trouble. What was that? I kind of overtalked on you.
I did that backwards. I should attack the Avenger first and then the Instigator. And we got to swarm off of it.
Oh, I see. Okay. But regardless, at this stage, it looks like you've pretty much got this one in the bag. He's in a lot of trouble with the plays that he had. He's now trying to pressure your upper font with the Decayed Mercenary, but he's not going to quite get there, at least this turn. So he tries to do Soul Reaver, and this is where, if you're in the Uncommon League, things that you have to pay attention to, guys. That's why we're doing this series of videos. He's played a fairly decent game up to this point. I mean, even King said that he's made some pretty decent moves, but this one was a complete waste of Nora, because the Soul Reaver's not going to cleanse, because the fish also grants the defiled condition, and defiled says he can't be cleansed. So the possession off that is permanent. There's nothing you can do in this game to get back a dominated creature from a fish.
Well, there are a few things you do actually. I mean, not in this game, but in other games you have. I think Divinity Touch will reset it.
Right, and maybe Purge. Will Purge do it?
No.
Okay. So right, and Divinity Touch, guys, if you don't know, all that is it pulls the champion basically out of the game and then puts him back into play. So it's like a redeploy, really, King. Is that right?
Yeah, anything that like basically redeploys the unit will, I believe, get rid of the fetch thing.
Okay.
It's funny that he would summon a Graveyard Warrior with my Instigator out.
Wow. And another not so wise move from Slipblop here. Really, what we're doing now is just King's just going to end up setting up the beginning of the end here. So the Slag Overmind, getting a few rare attacks there, and look at those Instigators, man. They're just fueling up, brother. And then with the Blitz, puts them up to 13 damage. Hello, Instigator. Graveyard taking damage. Instigators everywhere now. Oh my goodness. So there's a cackle.
Even though it does nothing, I'm gonna cackle.
Right. He had nothing else to do with his AP, so you might as well, right? I mean, okay. Well, King, we really didn't even get to see the engine at work here, brother. You've got the Mage Lords out and ready for work, but work is rare these days, man. There's not much to do.
Yeah, but I mean, barring that he doesn't surrender, I'm showed anyways.
Okay.
The thing about battle groups, like if you're gonna work a battle group that resides around one specific combo, you should make sure you know how to play with it when that combo is not out.
Okay.
So that way you don't end up losing the game because you don't have the draws you need.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. I mean, if a Sacrificial Dagger.
That does work.
Well,
Jesus.
that buys him some time, actually. The problem is
at this point.
So the Mage Lord takes a big swap there from the Decayed Merc. I'll give him this. The Decayed Merc has certainly been worth the Nora. 45 to deploy, and he's run all over the place, man, with his 5 speed.
He's been terrorizing me the whole game.
He has, man. So there we go. Auto include Forsaken Waste.
Funny thing is, I was playing him for a bit because I had nothing better to do.
Oh, please don't attack the Avenger. Okay. He didn't. He went with the Hainted Instigator, so that's good. I was afraid almost that he might attack that Avenger, but with that Oblivion Shield, that wouldn't have been good. Okay, so in comes Sparkcrawl. Now watch this. Everything on the board just took 16 points of damage if you were calculating. The Sparkcrawl come in and did the Static Greeting, which cursed everything because of the pain, because of the
Paincurse.
Right, and then he backed it up with the Paincurse, taking the 8 damage to everybody. So that's the engine, guys, and then he's able to just keep that going on with the other pieces in there. he was able to use Horrific Howl because it actually turns that attack into sonic damage, so it bypasses the physical attack, and down goes everything. Man, this one's done. You've got more of his units on your side of the board than he does. You still got your illusions of the Rib Witch and the Grave Warrior. So, wow, that's interesting. It put in a copy of Grave Warrior instead of where did the Grave Warrior come from, actually?
The graveyard of some. The graveyard.
Oh, okay. It copied the Graveyard. All right. I was wondering. I was like,
because interesting, they're not summons; they're actually real champs. So.
Right. Okay.
Some of that.
Very interesting. So, Obsidian Avenger, you lose custody of him after this turn, but his time is done anyway. He's already done the damage he needed to do. And, well, King, this one's done, brother. It's a matter of him hitting the surrender button or the disconnect one. I guess we'll see what kind of player he is. But, man, your stallers work beautifully this time. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better setup, at least as far as your stallers went. They did their job and did exactly what they're supposed to, giving you time to get that engine going, even though by the time you got your engine going in this match, it didn't matter. You'd already pretty much won it. But it looked like everything kind of went well for you.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the battle group should go. A little hiccup with the fearless magic, but
wow, yeah, incredible. All right, King. Well, thank you for showing us the battle group, man. We'll see if we can't get another one in. If not, we'll catch you next video.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, Pox Committee, what's up? Here we are now in game with Kingzero4's Paincurse battle group. King, you're currently ranked in at 66 Exotic League, and you're going up against Sir Conan, 29 Exotic League. Conan looks like he's going to be playing Shattered Peaks today, full faction. And, of course, you've got your Shattered Peaks Forsaken Waste Paincurse.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on the Shattered Peaks map. So anything about this map or anything that might upset your battle group? How's your draw?
Well, that's pretty good. Actually, large maps work very well for my battle group, especially this one because it's kind of hard to rush.
Right. Okay. Good stuff. All right. So a Dirge, Mogalord, maybe. Well, if he's running a Moga battle group, that'd be interesting. Throw Dirge first. We'll see exactly what he's got in mind here.
If he is running a Moga battle group, I mean, that further helps my battle group with all the willable damage.
Sure. So Dirge, the hero from Shattered Peaks.
He's really good.
Yeah, for his cost, I would say so. So no other deploy. It kind of makes you wonder if he's just got Dirge in there then.
I mean, sometimes it's not smart to deploy because you've been playing at your font, your shrine zone early on, so just wait until you get your first font.
Right. Okay. So I guess we'll see. Maybe this second deploy kind of gives us an idea of what he is running. So Soul Siren and Utter Dark Spectre right out of the gate, man. So wow, you're going to get that stealth stuff going on pretty quickly here. Okay, you might be playing the Efreet Hyaenid stuff maybe.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of the new stuff since I got back to playing.
Okay. Maybe it's just a splash battle group. I'm not exactly sure what he's got going on, but there we go. The phase shifts are going to go ahead and stealth down the Siren and the Utter Dark. So, King, you're going to have to keep us in mind. You'll have to, let us know where they're floating at around the board here as they disappear on us.
I'll let you know before I do like my relocation, all that good stuff.
Okay. So he goes ahead, brings Dirge up to the front lines here. Not a bad move to go ahead and get his tanker piece down there. It looks to me like he's just running kind of a splash here. Full life stealer with the hit and run. In the life drinker.
Yeah, it doesn't look as much what you call it reason behind his battle grip as far as synergy goes. You know, good stuff is always good.
Right.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to eat his dirge.
Okay.
That's out of my game plan.
Maybe a relocate with the Soul Siren?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not this turn, but next turn, because
Right.
I need him to have adequate speed to do it.
So there's the horrific howl to kind of slow Dirge down just a little.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if he gets even more aggressive here. We'll see how he plays out this Dirge. You definitely have some eatable champs on the board.
Yeah, so there's no fatties.
Nope.
I can eat anything I want.
The fish could have a smorgasbord here. So about where do you have your
stuff keeps him in balance. Like keeps the opponent, thinking. And okay, I want to do that.
Okay, so he pounces into the face wrangler. The problem with that is he's feared, and feared condition says that you cannot attack the unit that frightened it. So that does 0 damage. There's an Earthshaker's bracelet, which is going to make it even worse for him if you do manage to pull off this Swallow Hole, because that's going to be a bracelet and a dirge down the hatch.
I'm trying to think. I should be able to actually get it off. It's always top left, so I want him to top left.
So about where is your Soul Siren and Utter Dark Spectre right now, King?
My Soul Siren is 4 spaces up from his Ritual Cultist, and my Spectre is
so right here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces up from his Dirge.
Okay, 1, 2.
So they're in prime location to,
6.
relocate and
so
eat.
Here and here, guys.
So I'm moving my Soul Siren over.
Going to relocate the Dirge. He should appear right here. He's actually going to appear right behind her if I've counted right. And with the way the pull works, he should appear right here. So
Alright, so that's that. Yeah, it should appear right behind her.
Okay. So right here, he'll appear here. Yep.
Yep. Get rid of the block.
So no more block. And there's the war cry, and down the hatch. Very nice. So Swallow Hole can be blocked. Is that what you're saying?
What'd you say?
Swallow Hole can be blocked.
Swallow Hole can't, but the War Cry, it works funny. Rather it procs off of blocks or deflects stuff like that. So it's have to make sure it's out the way.
So he has to make sure that the War Cry goes through to give him that extra AP.
Yeah.
All right. There's an extra AP to back the fish on out even further. So Dirge
What if I do that?
Is a good little snack. So he knew that the attack would be negated, but he just did it to the scramble so that he could get the extra AP from that attack there, guys. That's why he knew that he wasn't going to do any damage. Uh-oh, but he does get the... Yeah, you want to go ahead and stealth up the coolest there.
I will find her soon enough.
Fun times. So Dirge is nice healthy snack.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get in the font.
So Cultist manages to come over to the font zone and deploy a echo chamber. A little bit of electrocution damage. Fish Wrangler's really done his job over there in the middle of that board, though. He's taken a pounding, but, man, he's really, basically held up his entire battle group, really.
Yeah. He's definitely good, like the scramble and his mobility and his perfect house and all that good stuff. So, one of my favorite pieces to use.
So there's the font contation with the echo chamber, which won't be too awful hard to diffuse if that's your option. Of course, the Wrangler's down a little bit on damage. Ugh.
Yeah. Huh, how did that happen? Weird. Who has that? Okay. I'm sorry.
Crippled and wearied. All right, so out comes 2 times Sorry, Mage Lord. All right, so we might really get to see this battle group fired up. Makes for fun times.
And I moved my Dark Spectra to his back font here.
Oh, okay.
A font for a font.
So he can test yours, but you can test his.
Like I said, I'll be able to find his hidden champion soon.
He's going to go ahead and try to go for the kill here, and should get it if he's able to use the exertion. Oh, he didn't go with the exertion. Wow.
That's strange. Where'd he go?
No exertion upgrade on the lifesteal. That's very interesting. Okay. Can't get that Wrangler down.
My thing is, why did he teleport? And I'm pretty sure he had like 11.
So he has to use a charge to get rid of the Face Wrangler. That's going to capture the font, but
My Soul Siren's in there.
Right, okay. So you still have the Soul Siren floating around.
Just doing her thing.
And he's may have just now noticed that his other font was contested. I'm not sure. But he's going to go ahead and try to work that Peaks Married back now. So, hello, Static Greeting. Hello, 8 global damage. Hello, 8 global damage. Nice. And if we do everything right here, we'll get to wash, rinse, and repeat in a couple rounds.
Yep.
Man, 16 global damage plus the 2 from the Static Greeting. That's 18. Count them up, guys. 18 global damage this turn from the two Asari Mage Lords.
I think it's 20 in damage, 20 in total, because Shock 2 lasts for 2 turns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go 2 and then 1. So probably 19, I guess. Regardless,
yeah, 19, it'll be 19 damage. Right?
Yeah, regardless, it's fat damage.
Yeah.
Now the problem is for him is you've got this engine running, and with the engine running now, every other turn you're going to be able to do pretty much 16 global. That's really hard to counteract unless you have, some pretty exalted healing going on, and I don't know if Shatter Peaks is really going to have the healing it needs to keep up.
No. Unless you have a whole bunch of global healing, like, let's say, Iron Fist Stronghold, this damage is going to overwhelm you eventually. Because that's one of the biggest counters to this battle group is having, global healing, Divine Favor 3. But even at times can't keep up because I'm able to do it 4 times and then, I'm attacking those turns usually later on.
Okay, so we'll see if Dirge is still around or if he's going to end up completely digested here.
Yeah, Dirge should be dead.
He is still in there. He's still getting munched on.
Yep, he's still in there.
Well, we'll check in on him another couple turns. Oh boy.
Top left. Alright.
Crippled and wearied. So he's gone with the crippled and weary upgrades on the. So here comes Warcry. Don't tell me down the hatch, or are you just going
Oh
to kill
no,
him the good old
I just
fashioned
killed
way?
this thing.
Okay. And that will do it for the Void Life Stealer. Adios, my good man. And there's the Soul Collection that you saw before. So the Goliath Fish going to go ahead and go in to get his font back. So that'll do it for that. There we go. And Sorry Mage Lord's just sitting back, cruising, man. Got their shades on. Looks like they're enjoying the ride.
Yeah. And I fear after we do these videos, this will be nerfed. Because really the whole idea of this battle group is kind of overpowered in a sense.
Okay. The only thing that I see to it is it seems to be kind of slow. I mean, you do have some setup time there. It revolves around, typically 3 rooms at a time to pull your combination off. So I don't know if it's necessarily nerf worthy, but I mean, it certainly, and it does actually have a counter with Divine Favor, Battle Groups,
Yeah.
Iron Fist, stuff like that. So I mean, it does have some counters, but I don't know.
I guess it depends on how you look at global damage as a whole, because that no one's a really big fan of it. So that aspect of it might be nerfed, that it's global.
Right.
But like it has drawbacks. It has its the setup time.
So there is the static greeting. There is 16 global damage. Thank you very much. Now you notice that the lightning elemental did not take anything, and it's because he is an electricity eater. He cannot become shocked. So there's always that too, I guess.
Which is dumb. I think she'll become shocked, but I won't complain. I don't know. It always gets me. And the interaction between the static greeting is kind of weird, because if I were to jolt first, then use static greeting, those champions won't become cursed.
Ah.
I don't understand the interaction myself, but
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I've messed myself up a few times attacking with lightning first, and those champs come jolt it, and then I use like a spark crone, and then there's no curse.
The other thing about this battle group too, King, is it's got offense, but it's defensive oriented. It takes setup, so you have to be patient with this battle group. I don't think you can just rush out and throw champs on the board and stuff with it. I think that's another setback to it. It kind of goes against the traditional Pox players' mentality. They want to go out and kill something. This one kind of got to sit back just a little, play a little bit of defense, and and get set up real nice and good before you go in with the charge.
Yeah, whenever I love doing splits. When I first came to the game, I was a split player, and with all my splits, I never wanted to be like a regular meta battle group. Oh, that's a good game.
So there we go. Sir Conan throws in the towel to King Zero's Paincurse battle group. King, thank you for sharing the battle group with us and for playing some matches, man. We appreciate it, brother.
Oh, thank you. And one other thing, apparently he was cussing me out during the whole game.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I didn't look at my chat until now.
Nice to know. But anyway, I'm glad we didn't record any of that, so that's good. And guys, hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you guys next video.